The key on Sigma's ankle is for the grave in the garden. That's inside.
Ah, clever.
And I don't know how that got past auto mod Spud, but please language.
The number 9 door on floor A is shut forever once the game ends.
Is this the floor B gate? It's okay, Spud. I don't know how it got past auto mod.
Assuming Zero Jr. was telling the truth, of course. But the door on floor B...
Yeah. Thought we might be able to take the lift to it. And it looks like I was right.
Yep.
Any idea where Akane might be?
Yeah. The grave.
You mean the grave in the garden?
Yeah. Don't worry. I don't think she's buried there, or anything. Because of the morphogenetic field let the comment through automod. Chances are she's alive. Just in the grave. Anyway, let's move. To the garden. I should say thank you to everyone that has stuck around through the internet trouble I had just before. I know a lot of streamers, when they have internet troubles, they usually lose some viewers. I haven't lost any, so very much appreciated.
Is Akane really under here?
I think so.
What should we do?
That is so true, Tigress. No one even tried that second door. They only said the number 9 door won't open again. Hey there, Trinix. How you doing?
Are we gonna dig her out?
And thanks for the lurk. No. I don't think we'll have to do anything like that. You see the keyhole on the grave? No, I don't think it would have opened from the inside, but from the outside they could get in through it. Because there was no latch or no anything, levers or anything from the inside. Insert this here. I pulled the key off my ankle and fitted it into the hole. Yeah, still a massive, huge steel door, which had no way to be opened from the inside. The one on floor A had the lever that you could pull that opened it. There was nothing like that for the floor B one. Yeah. Appreciate you sticking or popping in, Trinix. I have played most of the game. I'm right at the end. We've just come back to meet Akane. I have seen the game years ago, but can't remember anything of what is still to come, so... Fire doesn't actually have super strength, Spud. That was all explained with the gravity on the moon. I twisted it to the right until I heard something unlock. With a quiet grinding, the grave began to shift.
What is this?
Treatment pod. Deep sleep.
It doesn't look like a coffin. Yeah, it's a treatment pod. Oh my god. It is, isn't it?
The glass on the cover has frosted over, making it opaque. We couldn't see who or what was in it.
Let's see what's inside.
She grabbed a hold of the lever on the side of the pod.
No good.
It's in the lock position. I'm assuming Luna put it in the lock position.
I think it's locked.
What?
Treatment pod TP00. Stage 1. Defrosting complete.
Oh. So someone is actually still frozen in there.
Stage 2 will be complete in 10 minutes. Once stage 2 is complete, the lock will automatically disengage.
That opens up the question with saying that the floor B large warehouse door can be opened from the outside. When the number 9 door closes, the announcement says the number 9 door has closed. It will not open again. All other doors have been opened or unlocked. What about that big door in the warehouse B? Is that also unlocked? Once stage 2 is complete, the lock will automatically disengage. Right, cold sleep.
What?
These pods can put people into cold sleep. Yes, we just came in through it. So we can get in through it, but if it was unlocked, was it able to be opened from the inside to leave through it as well? Somehow? Yeah. There wasn't any lever or anything that we saw. There might have been something hidden somewhere around the place. Yeah, it can't be opened from the inside, yeah. He uses something called CAS to freeze human bodies without destroying their cells.
So, Mizakane's like an ice cube?
I think so.
Then we gotta wait till she melts?
Yeah.
So how about you tell us your story while we wait, Kay? Specifically, why do you know Akane?
I remembered
What do you remember?
everything. I was born and raised in this facility. It's
Yep.
called Rhizome 9. A rhizome is an underground plant stem that spreads by sending out roots. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? This facility is a little like a rhizome. Supposedly, that's why they call these installations that. The number comes from the facility's number. There are 54 rhizomes on the moon.
Oh.
And this is the 9th one.
That's a lot.
Well, I suppose the other ones don't really matter to you, do they? In any event, I grew up here with Akane and Zero Senior. I watched them create the AB project.
The AB project?
Yep. As I thought, Akane was the lady that came to the facility when Kay was 18. And became his mother figure. They're always coming back to the number 9, aren't they?
Yes. Its purpose is to send Phi and Sigma, or their consciousnesses at least, to the past.
Back 45 years, right?
Yes.
So, you want us to change history, huh? Go back and keep Radical 6 from getting out, and stop the reactors from exploding. That's our mission?
Well, not exactly.
What do you mean?
It's true that the ultimate goal of the project is to keep Radical 6 from spreading to the general population. But even if you do make it back, you won't be able to do much. By now, it's already too late.
Too late?
What do you mean?
Let me begin at the beginning. You might be thinking that Zero Senior and Akane were the ones who created all this, but that's not entirely correct. They only followed the histories they'd already seen.
And played through. I don't know about Zero Senior, but Akane played through.
It was the only choice they had. Nothing less than the future of mankind is at stake. We need the two of you to jump through timelines while maintaining your memories. That is why you had to play the AB game, and why the chromatic doors were necessary. By forcing multiple options, you could make numerous jumps. We speculated that jumping more would strengthen your memories. The puzzles were also there for a purpose. Some theories hold that a moment of insight when you solve a puzzle strengthens your connection to the fourth dimension. That was the reason for the puzzles. Your infection with Radical 6 was also a vital part of our plan. By slowing down your brain's processing speed, we can store your potential. With that energy stored up, we just had to provide a life or death situation to launch your consciousness into the fourth dimension. Like a bullet from a slingshot.
Wait, hold on just a minute here. You keep talking about Sigma and Phi, but what about the rest of us? Why did you bring us here?
That's simple. In earlier histories, you were all here in Rhizome 9.
Okay.
We needed you here to accurately replicate those histories. Although I suppose that's probably not a good enough explanation for you. In a sense, though, it is the truth. Our primary goal was to replicate history. The rest is... Yes, I suppose I should explain. Very well. I will try and do so in a way you can understand. First, Alice and Clover. They were abducted 45 years and 1 month ago, on December 22nd, 2028. The location is Earth, of course. More specifically, Los Angeles, California. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
After being kidnapped, your bodies were sent to a facility under Akane's direction. You were placed in treatment pods and immediately put into cold sleep. 4 months later, you arrived at this facility.
I suspected they were two that would put into deep sleep.
The date you finally arrived was April
Cold
14th,
sleep.
2029. Your trip from Earth to this facility was aboard a spaceship powered by an annihilation engine. Following your arrival, your pods were placed in long-term storage. Does that make sense?
Are you telling me we were sleeping in those pods here for 45 years?
Yes. In preparation for this day.
You're only just getting that, Alice? They did say that it was like 45 years when you were outside. You didn't have this shock then.
But why? What do you need us for?
You are an Esper, aren't you, Clover? I mean that you are able to access the fourth dimension. Am I wrong?
Did Akane tell you?
In a manner of speaking. As I've already explained, the purpose of this project is to send Sigma and Phi's consciousnesses to the past. Espers are able to sort of resonate with one another, which can amplify their power.
Does seem a bit that way, doesn't it, Spud? She's always seemed pretty smart up to this point.
You understand? And this is why we brought you here, Clover.
What about me?
We needed your help, Alice, to deactivate Dio's bombs.
Huh?
But I didn't do anything.
But you did. In another history, you were able to perform a prime decomposition on the 25-digit integer that Dio left behind.
Yep. We recited it out to Alice, and within seconds, Alice deciphered it.
Only you could do that sort of thing. Because of your feat of mathematics, we were about to determine that Dio had planted the bombs. Then we were able to question him, and get the password for the number 31.
And it comes back to number 9 again. Oh.
Finally, we use that information to stop the bomb in this timeline. Without your help, Alice, we would have been reduced to nothing more than so much space dust. This history exists because of your presence. Now, let me explain why we needed Tenmyoji and Quark.
Tenmyoji because he participated in the 999 game, and he was an Esper as well. And who knows about Quark?
Tenmyoji is simple. We needed you for the same reason we needed Clover. You are able to access the 4th dimension.
I don't know. We know Kay grew up in this facility. We know Kay never knew his real mum, and that his dad spent all his time in the lab and never with him. So he never had a true, proper upbringing. We don't know why he has the same face as Sigma.
Almost half a century ago, you used that ability to save a young girl, didn't you?
Yeah,
I can't.
did.
We needed you to resonate with Sigma and Phi, so we brought you here.
But that does make sense if K is a clone of Sigma. Because it's still unclear. Sigma says, was he 24 or something? I can't remember his exact age, but they did mention it before. Was he also put into deep sleep? And is he still actually that old? Or... that would make the most sense because he has no memory from Christmas Day in 2028 to now. Yeah. Yeah, poor Luna. There was one... in the story of Kay's upbringing, he said to his dad, I want a mum. His dad thought about it for a second and said, okay. A couple months later, his dad came to him and said, come, I want to show you something. And then presented him with a robot to be the mother figure. And it does make sense if that was Luna. Yeah. You're not my real mum. You're a robot. We needed you to resonate with Sigma and Phi, so we brought you here to make their morphogenetic field stronger.
All it took was a messenger.
Do you want to see it, Connie? If you do, come with me.
Yep.
I was a fool and fell for it.
And you brought Quark with you. In fact, you insisted that he come.
Yeah, I know. I guess you were worried about leaving me alone, huh? He kept saying he couldn't run off to the moon and leave me behind.
I'm sorry, Quark. If I hadn't been so stupid and selfish, none of this would have happened to you. I never thought this would happen. Can you ever forgive me?
Oh, don't worry about it. I mean, I agreed to come with you. I thought the moon would be way more interesting than boring old Earth. What kid would turn that down?
We didn't see the messenger after we got on the ship. It was on autopilot. As soon as we got in, I headed straight for the moon. During the trip, Zero told me to keep quiet once we got there. I don't remember anything after we landed.
Then there was a bunch of that white smoke, and we passed out. And when I woke up, I was in the AB room.
Now, Dio. His real name is Left.
Yep.
And he's the leader of a terrorist organization called the Myrmidons.
Yep. We already found that out.
He was ordered to come here. The Myrmidons are under the control of an organization called Free the Soul.
Yep.
Which is in turn controlled by a man known as
Brother. Yep.
It was Brother who orchestrated the release of Radical 6 into the general population 45 years ago.
So it was the Free the Soul that released Radical 6, and that Radical 6 was the biological weapon that Clover and Alice, my mind just completely went blank of her name for a bit there, were trying to stop. Was he? I never even took notice of that. I might have to look back at that. I did finish 999 just before I started this one, so... Okay. Well, that doesn't even make sense. I was about to say that that Zero changed his clothes. But Zero had nothing to do with Free the Soul. Because Zero was Santa, and Santa only done that same experiment, ran the Nonary game 999 because he participated in 9 years earlier, where his sister died, and he ran this one. He ran 999 to save his sister 9 years earlier. It was Akane and Snake and Seven. Akane was Seven's sister, and they worked together to save Akane, which kind of mixed up and didn't make sense.
Do you remember what Phi mentioned earlier? The ultimate purpose of the AB project is to change history and keep Radical 6 from being released. If we succeed, that would be bad for Brother and his organization. Our success would prevent them from creating the ideal world they're working toward. That is why Brother sent Left, his trusted lieutenant, to this facility. They needed to stop the AB project. So, Dio was given 2 tasks. The first was to eliminate Akane, the architect of the AB project.
But that wasn't what Akane thought. Akane just thought that he would just murder the first person that came out of an AB room. And it just happened to be Akane. Hey there, Intuition. How you doing today? I went live twice because my internet dropped. And I hadn't finished the game. I want to finish the game, so I'm continuing.
The second was to join the AB game and win it. If Dio won the game, the AB project would not be completed, at least not in that timeline.
Well, Akane intentionally came out first of the AB rooms, but Dio wasn't to know that she would be the first one to leave the AB room. Akane intentionally came out first, so would Dio have killed the first person who came out of one? Or would he have waited until Akane came out of one?
In other words, in that world, the project would have been stopped. If things didn't go as planned, Dio was given a contingency plan. If you cannot murder Akane and win the game, destroy Rhizome 9. Hence, the bombs.
Can I ask you something?
I suppose he was ordered to take part in the game, therefore he needed a bracelet, and to get the bracelet, the best way to get it was to take the place of the first person who came out of the room. Maybe he would have just murdered 2 people if that wasn't Akane first. And because the way the game was designed, Akane intentionally left the room first before anyone else. Yeah.
Perhaps.
How did Brother know about the AB project?
He was also an Esper. We can set Brother aside for now, though.
Does that mean we know Brother from an earlier game? From 999 at some point?
May I proceed?
No one objected. We were all curious.
Excellent. That explains everyone, save 2, Luna and myself. Sigma and Phi already know the truth about Luna.
She's a golem built here.
I don't believe I should reveal any more, however.
Yeah, we still got to find out about you.
I think it would be more appropriate if you could ask Luna yourselves at a later time. Would that be all right with you, Luna?
Yes, that's okay.
As for me, as I said before, I was born and raised here.
Yep.
The rest of you were brought to this facility, but I've never left. That makes me someone close to Zero Senior and Akane.
Yep.
Hey, I've been wondering, who is Zero Senior?
You've already met him, Sigma. In another timeline.
Yeah? Well, I saw a hologram. We're not sure who is that. I still don't know who he is.
Stage 2 is complete. TP00 unlocking.
It looks like it's finished. Shall we open the pod?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I was thinking about that. We just saw Zero Senior. Zero Junior said that one of us playing the game was Zero Senior. We never saw our face in this time, so maybe we did grow old and we set up this game and somehow we don't remember any of that. And K is our cloned son of ourselves. I don't know. All of us gathered around the pod. The glass was still covered with frost, hiding the contents.
Okay, let's get started then. Ready?
Fire laid her hand on the lever and looked around her, at us. I swallowed. Yeah, anytime.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
What? We thought we were going to see Akane. Suddenly my head was full of memories from other timelines. Yeah. Well, it's not fine. They don't need to count down whenever they open something. I'd seen something like this before. The warehouse of floor B. In front of the white door. Kay was lying in front of me. I grabbed his mask and saw my own face. I'd never figured out who he really was.